India met with Trump, probably going to get the go-ahead. So you think that because, yeah, didn't India, yeah.
In India, as an example, has one of the highest tariffs in the world. We're not going to put up with that. And they've agreed already to drop it. They'll drop it to nothing.
All right. We're going to have to restart this shit. My shit crashed. I blame Subox for that. But, you know. You don't even hear me. Ah. What happened? I said you're adopted. He said, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all right. Okay. Bro. All I said is I blame you for something. Dude, World War III is upon us. Can you believe this shit? I thought shit was settling down. And then India just sent some fucking nukes to Pakistan.
India launches missile attack.
Literally, well, 7 hours ago, I'm just finding out about this.
Pakistan. India has attacked
He
Pakistan.
probably recorded this before then, so it might have been fucking 9-10 hours ago.
Oh my God. This is literally happening right now. 2 minutes ago.
India nuking, or, well, they're not nuking, they're bombing. They're bombing Pakistan. That is insane. Plus all the beef going on with Ukraine and Russia right now. Like, and then we got this on top of that. Like, yo, Jesus. Shit's getting lit, fam. What was it? Yeah. No, Russia wants it. Russia wants more land. Yep. And Russia ain't going to stop.
Are we worried? I mean, yeah, it's, yeah, holy fuck, man. India launches airstrikes deep inside Pakistan in a dramatic escalation of Indo-Pakistani tensions. Multiple explosions were reported in Pakistan-administered regions. Residents of Muzaffarabad, I don't know how to say that, the capital of Pakistani-administered Kashmir, reported hearing several loud blasts throughout midnight, though the cause remains unconfirmed. I mean, I don't know about being unconfirmed. Pakistan launches second missile as Kashmir. So Pakistan launched a missile at India, too. Holy shit. It's happening?
Yeah. He's having a good time.
It's actually happening. Wow. Nothing ever happens? I mean, I'm looking at something happening, though. That's what's crazy. Because I'm usually...
Yeah, this is insane. I can't believe we have India shooting fucking missiles at Pakistan. This is... Ooh. People are done. Well, people are done. People are tired of Pakistan. People are tired of fucking the Middle East. What is this war that they've been waging so long over this... The Holy Land. Who gives a fuck? It's a piece of fucking land. It's a piece of fucking land. I don't know. I'm not Jewish, so I couldn't tell you. And I ain't fucking... Yeah, Salam alaikum. No, and then all the Middle Eastern people, they're just... God damn. Are you guys retarded, or I don't know. I don't know how to put this, but holy shit. You're fighting over a piece of land that you believe is holy. It's kind of absurd to me. It's just rocks, bro. Is there oil? I mean, there might be a little bit of oil under there, though. That could be good. That could be good. That could be, you know, making some money, but what the fuck is this about, bro?
A nothing ever happens kind of guy, too. But this sure seems like something to me.
Okay. This is insane, though, bro. Some of that pseudo. Some of that pseudo fed motherfucker.
See if there's any more information about this. Any more videos. That's a fucking jet, bro.
That's
I mean,
a jet.
obviously it's
I
a
can
fucking
hear that.
jet.
Yeah, it sounds like a jet.
India's launched attacks on Pakistan, according to reports. Sources note significant jet activity over as long. Yeah. Wait, did this guy have a fucking? What the hell was that? Oh, I thought that was a fucking. I thought that was like a halberd or something. No, it's just an AK. Oh my god. Okay, let's see if there's any more information about this. I'll refresh, because this, yeah, like when people said this, it literally happened 2 minutes ago. Wow. India, oh shit. Oh, so wait, they just did a press release about this too.
Hey, so maybe we could have, like, if we're doing this group thing, if we're doing all this clan thing or whatever these motherfuckers are doing, maybe we can have some nights to where we do co-op streaming, so we play with each other sexually. What? Oh, damn! What? In a hot tub? Yeah. Oh, I fucked up again. I didn't mean to say that either. I might be schizophrenic. No, no, I was kidding. No, but what I'm saying, maybe we could do some, like, we will have, like, every week we'll have Atlanta hot tub motherfucking shit. I'll help everybody get their hot tub going, bro. I'll do it. You just got to put a background. Got to put a background in back of you. It's easy. We'll have hot tub streams. I don't want to see that, fool. You do you, but I'm good. Fuck no, you do you. You can share that with your girlfriend and all that business, but nah, I ain't joining it. I ain't joining it. You're fucking climbing fast though, man. I don't know. I just don't. I keep quitting over the years. I'm like, here, I'll fuck around with it a bit. But plus, the games that you're streaming have a lot to do with how much you you get your followers too, and depending on what you're doing, some of those followers don't stick around, especially with the fucking with the COD and like those games that there's so many games that are so popular. Those guys would go to another streamer before they. It's like to get those natural people that are just there with all the time. It's so fucking hard, man. I had it for a while. I had like 10, 20, but I fucked it off.
May 7th.
I won't be stuck as a small streamer.
Okay, so they're a day ahead.
But I don't know. I had life got in the way, and I had to get down to business, bro. So I do what I got to do. This is all hobbies. It's just a hobby, bro. Yeah.
A little while ago, Indian Armed Forces launched Operation Sindor, hitting terror.
Yeah, eventually you can. Eventually you can, yeah. Yeah, for sure, but I don't know. You got eventually. Eventually I would love to have it happen too every day, but it's just I don't know. There's so many people doing it. You know, you're dropping the bucket. So I just consider it a hobby. for now. You know, I did put in work. I have put in work, but I put in a lot of work, bro. But it's just a fucking hobby.
Terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistani occupied Jammu and Kashmir, while terrorist attacks in India have been planned and directed. Overall, 9 sites have been targeted. Our actions have been focused and measured around non-escalatory in nature. No Pakistani military facilities have been targeted. India has demonstrated considerable restraint in selection of targets and method of execution. These steps come in the wake of the barbaric Felgon terrorist attack in which 25 Indians and 1 Nepali citizen were murdered. We are living up to the commitment that those responsible for these attacks will be held accountable. So, non-escalatory my ass? I don't know, man. Wow. That's a whole lot. Shit's getting wild. What's the big deal when India does it, but not the USA? I think it's a big deal if, like, I mean, if this was the US bombing Iran, I'd be saying, ah, fuck. You know, like, I mean, I feel like everybody would. This is a big deal when it happens anywhere. Both sides have nukes, bro. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if that's true, then, man, I didn't even know Pakistan had nuclear bombs.
Yeah, I didn't know Pakistan had nuclear bombs.
Pakistani army confirms the attack. Wow. India met with Trump, probably going to get the go-ahead. So you think that because, yeah, didn't India, yeah.
In India, as an example, is one of the highest tariffs in the world.
Oh, hold on.
We're not going to put up with that. And they've agreed
forgetting.
already to drop it. They'll drop it to nothing. They've already agreed. They would have never done that for anybody else.
What did they bomb strategically?
So,
they said that they bombed terrorist compounds that were non-military, and, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure, like, I mean, if you're dropping bombs like this, I can't imagine that civilians don't get killed, right? I mean, obviously they're going to get killed, but like the as like collateral damage. But I mean, clearly the goal seems like it's probably to destroy like certain areas without actually attacking the military directly. Let's see if there's a couple more videos.
अगर उन्हें 4 की याद करेंगे, तेरा मस्ती खाली करवाली भाई। हाँ देखना वाम कैसे आ रही है वहाँ से।
I'm starting up my string.
हाँ देखना वाम कैसे आ रही है वहाँ से। अरे वीडियो कैच होगी? नहीं होगी। अगर उन्हें 4 की याद करेंगे, तेरा मस्ती खाली करवाली भाई।
Usually a lot of these videos, I'm like, oh, okay, it's just going to be like some far off noise. But like,
हाँ देखना वाम कैसे आ रही है वहाँ से।
you just see this shit happen.
अरे वीडियो कैच होगी? नहीं होगी।
Wow.
अगर उन्हें 4 की याद करेंगे।
Civilians on both sides? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I mean, it sucks. Like, I mean, I always think about this, like, whenever I see, like, wars like this happen, like, whether it's something that happens in, like, Yemen or Palestine or now, like, Pakistan and India, I always think about, like, how lucky we are in the U.S. that this shit doesn't happen here. It's, like, such a crazy, like, because there's a lot of, it's like a fish in water that doesn't know that water is there. It's like we're in yet. Well, there's always yets, right? I mean, like, what are we saying yets for, right? I mean, yet, like, it's not happening, right? And it hasn't happened except for, like, September 11th, right? And, like, that was, like, one thing. It's really crazy that, like, people in these countries have to live in fear of this shit. It's like, fucking terrifying, man. They're too far. It's the Brits' fault, 1947. I kind of know what you're talking about, like not really, right? I'm not an expert in the geopolitics of Pakistan and India, okay? Like I would assume that probably after World War II there was a lot of fuck ups and like things like that happened, but like it's historically wrong. I just don't understand it. I don't want to repeat things that could be wrong. That's it. Not good, yeah. Oh my god. Dude, imagine like this is like where you live. Another British shell. I mean, it does seem to me, from like my uneducated American mind that's like not fully informed about these topics, it does seem like the way that these countries were divided and built after World War II set up all of these conflicts to happen. It does seem like this was kind of like a domino effect. Of course, like I'm not an expert, right? But like it just seems like there's really kind of a pattern, isn't there? Internationally? Yeah, I think internationally. Is World War III inevitable? I don't think this is World War III. They're actively not attacking military bases. But if you think about like levels of escalation, like you know, people try to attack like Israel military bases, right? So like this is a level of escalation that's even, I would say, kind of like below that, where like it's 100% as intended. Yeah, it's a show of force to attack specific terrorist silos in Pakistan. I would say that's a very big difference than bombing the country wholesale or bombing the military wholesale. And also, by the way, it's important to note that that's the way that India is framing this. And India are the ones doing the bombing. So, of course, they're going to say that. Someone in chat said, said in the chat, India targeted Hamas bases in Pakistan. Is that true or false? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I'll refresh this a few times and see if there's any new information that comes out about it. The first clear footage? Is this it? Wow. Oh, shit. Why are they outside watching? I don't know what's happening. I have no idea. Pakistan says they will respond. Fights have been diverted inside of Pakistan. It's crazy how much this has happened, right? Because, like, you have, like, obviously, like, the Israel-Palestine stuff happening. Then you had the Yemen stuff happening. Like, they're also, and this is, like, I'll get to this, but I didn't get around to it. This is in Yemen. I think this is recent. It's being portrayed as recent, at least. Oh my god. Yeah, it seems bad. Yeah, it's insane. And like now you have like, and what I'm saying is like this is a third conflict now that's happening. Oh no, fourth. I'm not even thinking about Ukraine and Russia. That's true too. Look at that. Oh my god. The airport got demolished in Yemen? Yeah, I'll go over that after I finish this, because this is literally happening at this very moment, right? And so I'll see if there's any new information about this. I'll open it up real quick and pull something else up. Nobody cares about the conflicts in Sudan. You know what's really funny? It's not really funny is not the right word to use for this. Is that the only other time that I've heard about people talking about like some like ongoing conflict in Sudan is when people are talking about nobody caring about it. Like, I don't know. Bro, that shit just happened live. Watch. I'm going to go back and
Looks
then...
like some lights went out. Lead to this act of war imposed by
Watch.
India.
So this is
and
how
a
it was?
Forceful response is being given. The entire nation stands with the Pakistani armed forces. Wow. Sorry.
Look, watch. That part just went out.
The entire nation stands with the Pakistani armed forces, and the morale and the spirit of the entire Pakistani nation are high. The Pakistani nation and the Pakistani armed forces know how to deal with the enemy. We will never allow the enemy to succeed in their nefarious goals. Did some lights just go out there? Are we seeing lights go out? I'm going to try to pump up the...
Yep.
Another, look at the flare right there. Wow.
Wait, is that the same place?
Wow.
No, I think it's a different place. I'm pretty sure it's a different place.
Hang on one moment.
It's the same place, they just panned it?
Flare would be to light up the battlefield. Let me...
Wow.
We're hearing booms. Let me mess with the brightness a little bit.
I don't know if you can turn it up enough
I can
for
bump...
that.
That's not what I wanted to hear. Yeah, bumping up
doesn't
the
matter.
brightness doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's dark there.
Some defense guys के group है essentially I'm part of that, so defense guys are talking about it, not civilians.
That's scary as fuck, bro. Like, I didn't even notice the
incredible
lights
video
going out until I went back and watched it.
India-controlled Jammu and
I'm
Kashmir.
buying Lockheed Martin right now.
मैं एक बार इसलिए आया हूँ पूछने के लिए क्योंकि मैं इसको फिर अपनी कॉपी में ऐड कर दूँगा.
Another flare, unbelievable. Remember, India and Pakistan each control part of Kashmir. Kashmir has been a disputed territory since India and Pakistan became independent in the 1940s.
1947.
They have fought over this territory. Each
I
controls
think.
a part of it. And we're seeing some flares.
48. It's one of the other.
Flacco thinks the flare is on the line of control. The line of
after World
control
War
is the
II.
border in Kashmir. I would not be surprised if those flares are on the border. I don't know exactly what is happening. But Pakistan Prime Minister says they are responding. Another flare. Wow. Unbelievable. We're hearing sirens.
Oh boy.
We're hearing sirens. This is unbelievable video. So we're hearing sirens, we're hearing booms.
Isn't it
we're
crazy
seeing
to watch
military
this shit
flares.
live? Like that's insane, isn't it? The fact that we're just like watching this happen live.
And I have, pictures and images of women and children who are badly injured in hospital. So civilian localities, accommodations, and a mosque which has been attacked. There were no terrorist camps. I myself took foreign journalists and local journalists
Yeah, bro, he does that every Heineken beard.
to an area near the line of control where India had alleged that there are terrorist camps. You see, we are the front-line state against terrorists. How can we...
I'm just going to pick up on a couple of points, Mr.
Settle down.
Tarar. You said that you've already received images of women and children who have been injured. This attack took place roughly about an hour or so ago. Will you be taking international and local journalists to the sites? Because in the past, when Pakistan has made such claims, they haven't allowed any journalists.
I'll stop you right there. I had planned to take them tomorrow morning. We had a plane ready. We had reached out to journalists. We had a confirmed itinerary, a confirmed plan to go to Bahawalpur tomorrow.
Bro, so he ain't called out right now?
I was supposed to fly to Bahawalpur at 7 a.m. in the morning. And at around right after midnight, India has carried out these attacks. So we were going to Muridke, we were going to Bahawalpur, and we were taking 35 journalists.
Oh,
with us,
damn.
including foreign and local
He's
journalists.
awake.
So I was just preparing for the visit tomorrow. As I had visited the LOC,
Yo.
we were going to.
How you been? World War III is upon us. Hey, dude, World War III is upon us. India bombed the fuck out of Pakistan right now. Yeah, we need to all go get our weapons. Okay? All right. They've been fucking. Slippery. You're stupid. You know.
To Bahawalpur, and we had to visit this exact place. And the journalists were already ready for the journey. So I think this has been a very, very, I think, unfortunate step by India. We condemn it. We are responding. But to target civilian population, it's extremely unfortunate. And it's
Just
very,
to
very
point out, Minister,
he's about to get fact-checked again.
Armed forces say that altogether 9 sites have been targeted, that they haven't hit any Pakistani military facilities.
It's,
These
you
are
know where it
terrorist
is. It's
camps
where you last
that
put
they
it.
are hitting.
Let me make it very clear. There are no terrorist camps in Pakistan. Pakistan is a big victim of terrorism. We are fighting the terrorists in our western regions, on our western borders. We are the frontline state against terrorism. We've laid down 90,000 lives in this war against terrorism. India, on the other hand, when we had the Jafar Express hijacking, an intense
India
hijacking
sure sounds
incident,
like it
India
sucks,
did not
huh?
even condemn it, let alone express some concern about that incident. So India has been sponsoring terrorism by assassinating Sikhs in US, in Canada, in Australia.
Wait, what?
We captured a spy by the name of Kulbhushan Yadav, who was a commissioned
Mr.
naval
Tarar,
officer.
can I just point out to you, on my program just a
Bro, he
week
is
ago, your
crashing.
defense minister, Khwaja Asif, admitted that Pakistan has for decades had a policy of funding, backing, and using terrorist groups as proxies in the country. In fact, in 2018, President Donald Trump cut military aid to Pakistan because he accused Pakistan of playing a double game. So when you say there are no terrorist camps in Pakistan,
That seems like
that is going against what General Pervez Musharraf has said, what Benazir Bhutto has said, what your defense minister
hang it
said
up,
just
man.
a week ago. In fact, what
Hang it
Bilal
up.
Bhutto said to me a few
I'm
days ago, he
disconnecting.
said that terrorism and funding and backing terrorist organizations has been and was part of Pakistan's history.
Post 9/11, let's talk about post 9/11 scenario. And let me be very clear. Post 9/11, Pakistan was the frontline state, and we still are the frontline state in eliminating terrorism. You see, when we are the guarantors of world peace, because we are a wall between the terrorists and the rest of the world. I would like to invite you to Pakistan to come and see the site.
I have been to Pakistan, sir, and we know that Osama bin Laden was also discovered in Abbottabad in Pakistan. So these accusations on Pakistan, including your defense minister making the admission, is there. And
Bro,
that
he
is
is
why
getting
part of
cooked.
What the defense minister was referring to,
Wow.
I think he's been misinterpreted. You see, there was a Soviet invasion back in the 80s, and obviously
Horse Crow's
we were
destroying him.
countering the Soviet invasion at that point in time. That's
Oh
part
my
of
God.
history. And we were allies of the US. So post 9/11, the
wait.
scenario changed completely. And Pakistan made a lot of sacrifices. Pakistan is still laying down lives against terrorists. Even today in Balochistan, there was a terrorist attack. We lost 7 soldiers. So you see Pakistani politicians, Pakistani soldiers, Pakistani officers, Pakistani military, Pakistani police, They've been giving numerous sacrifices. So there's no question at all, madam, of having terrorist camps in Pakistan.
Yeah,
that's-
he's using Jim Henson's
contradicts
fucking stuff.
Western intelligence, the State
but you see,
Department.
US
There have
President
been
Donald
many,
Trump,
but I just want to focus you on this
Gelfling.
particular incident. So, how will Pakistan now respond?
Gelfling.
You see, let me just conclude the previous argument by saying that when we captured this wanted terrorist on the Afghan border, President Trump, in his State of the Union address, actually appreciated Pakistan's efforts in the war against terrorism and how Pakistan is dealing with these terrorists, how we are capturing them, how we are going after them, how they are being eliminated.
Up until a few years ago, sir, Pakistan was on a grey list of states sponsoring
Yes, but we got
of
out.
terrorism just
Yeah,
a few years
but-
ago. So I know you want to take this back
Yeah,
to the
but-
1980s, but the
Well,
point is that this is something that Pakistan has long been
made the
accused
list,
of,
though?
and that's why India has pointed the finger of blame on
But
Pakistan for the
India
Pahalgam attack.
India should have gotten its own house in order. You see, after the
What?
intense hijacking of the Jafar Express, we had terrorists appearing on Indian media, giving interviews. The Balochistan Liberation Army, which is a terrorist organization, we had images from the mobile phones of the terrorists being shown on the Indian media. Pakistani media did not have those images. So you see, the fight that we are fighting is not only for us, it's for the rest of the world.
Thank
as far
you.
as the current situation is ongoing, we are responding. We've shot down, as per initial reports, we've shot down 2 Indian planes. And obviously, India is the aggressor, provocator. They've
Obviously.
attacked civilian areas. There were no terrorist camps, and I can vouch for that because we were going there tomorrow, and we will respond because we have the right to self-defense.
I just wonder, Minister, how will you now respond? Because if you're saying that you're going to respond, the Prime Minister tonight of Pakistan says there will be a response. What will a response from Pakistan look like?
The response is already ongoing. I'm afraid I cannot share operational details, but what I can tell you is that as per initial reports, we've shot down 2 Indian planes.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. Like, nah. Now you die on my couch, I'm throwing you in the dumpster, fool. Nah. Hell no. Just throw them in the dumpster. Just throw them in the dumpster and let it on fire. It's a lot cheaper than having a car and burning it. Yeah. True. But the car fire is going to get stopped.
And
Oh,
we're
wow.
responding to Indian aggression right now as we speak.
And do you feel this could potentially escalate further? Because, of course, there is so much at stake, and both countries know what's at stake here.
It's an evolving situation. It's an ongoing situation. And obviously, we've had an attack. We've responded. But as I had said before, in many interviews, and I came that night saying that we had an apprehension that India would attack, we always said that India will be the aggressor without evidence. You see, we offered an investigation into the Pahalgam whole episode. We were the ones who said that our hands are clean. We want an investigation, a fair and transparent investigation. But you see, India, without any evidence, has targeted civilians, women and children. India had no right to do that. So we now have a right to...
We're still in the fog of war, sir. So, you know, we don't have.
I think they're trying to get him off the
evidence
camera.
of that. We're still waiting for information to emerge. I know you're telling me this, but
I can need a peach for
I will
hours.
send you images. I will appreciate if you can run those images on your television.
Yes,
Surely.
once we've verified any images that come through, because of course we are still in the fog of war. There is
Yeah,
still
we
information
gotta-
coming through.
I'm sure,
it is the dead
but
of
these
night.
images are being received from hospitals in Bahawalpur.
Of course.
And as a Minister for Information, I occupy a seat of responsibility. I've taken an oath and I will give you correct and verified information, which you can also verify from your independent sources.
And
Okay.
can you understand, Minister, why India would point the finger of blame on Pakistan for what happened in Pahalgam on the 22nd of April? Because of the long accusations against Pakistan
Face Off. I
for
have Face
backing and
Off
funding and giving
my movie
sanctuary to
collection, I
terrorist
think.
organizations, including Lashkar-e-Taiba. And this group, the Resistance Front, is believed to be a splinter group of
I watched it-
Lashkar-e-Taiba. And
watched
they
it
are
not
the
too long
ones who
ago, and I was
claim
like, this is
responsibility
fucking
for
real
what happened
weird.
on the 22nd of April in Kashmir.
You see, Pakistan is fighting this war against terrorism, and no group has claimed any responsibility. And this area is a good 200 kilometers from the Pakistani line of control, this Pahalgam area. And you see, the FIR,
Dude, this tequila
the
I've been
information
buying
report
from,
by the Pahalgam police was registered
the grocery
in 10
outlet.
minutes of the incident. The police arrived after 30 minutes.
like
and when the victims
top
were
tier,
bleeding,
bro.
I saw a video of one of the sisters
I
of the
found
victim
so many
saying
bottles
that,
from
the
grocery
brother was
outlet
bleeding
that
and
are
nobody
just top
came for
tier.
1.5 hours. India has no evidence whatsoever to link Pakistan to this incident, but India has attacked civilians, women and children today without any justifiable cause, and because we have the right
Well, I
to
thought they had
self-defense,
there's a
we will
terrorist
defend our
attack.
country.
Yep.
We will respond because India ran away from the investigation. When our Prime Minister offered an investigation into the matter, then why run away? We even offered to the friendly countries like the United Kingdom to join in the investigation. We told the international community that an investigation will reveal the facts, but I think it's the right-wing BJP, which is against the Muslims, against the Sikhs, which has persecuted minorities, and they wanted a reason to attack Pakistan, and without any evidence they have done so. But Pakistanis, we have a high
What?
morale, and we will respond back to Indian aggression, and the response is ongoing at this point in time.
Well, the reason, like I said, that India has pointed the finger of blame because of your country's history and links with different terrorist organizations, which, as I said, in the last Trump administration, they cut military aid. Your country was on a grey list for a number of years, including just a few years ago, Osama bin Laden was discovered near a military base in Pakistan in quite an affluent area.
How'd he get there?
U.S. Navy SEAL Special Forces conducted
It's
that
a little
operation
inconvenient,
without
right?
telling Pakistan, who were their allies at the time, working with them in the war in Afghanistan, because they couldn't trust the Pakistani defense and intelligence and military establishment. And so because of Pakistan's reputation in this area, that is why
They're listening to Coheed and Cambria.
Indian officials have said, based on the information they have, they've pointed the finger of blame on Pakistan because the Resistance Front, a splinter organization linked to Lashkar-e-Taiba, which is linked to the ISI in Pakistan,
He's having
is
a bad
believed to
day.
be behind this attack.
I deny these allegations completely.
Oh.
And I don't agree with your view.
Yeah.
Because
This
we in
fake.
Pakistan, our 4 generations have fought terrorists. Even now,
Yeah,
in
no.
Balochistan, in
No.
Khyber, we are fighting terrorists day and night. Our western region, our western borders,
Bro,
all
no.
over, Pakistan is facing terrorist attacks every second week. If you're talking about
Oh,
the history,
jeez.
the Soviet invasion, the Cold War between the US and the Soviet Union at that point in time, well, that was a different story. But
I was
post
talking about
9/11,
2009 when Osama bin
Absolutely
Laden
should
was
be.
there,
Oh,
or
well,
2021 when the
No, but you
Taliban
see-
returned to power in Afghanistan.
I think-
It
but
was
I
with
think
the
that-
support of Pakistan that they were able to do that.
that's slightly unfair because Osama bin Laden was not being harbored by the Pakistani authorities or the
They were
Pakistani
near a military base.
Pakistani
I mean, you have
See,
very strong
see-
intelligence.
No, that was very far away from the site where he was recovered.
God.
The point is that without Pakistani intelligence,
They've gotta
and
get somebody
intelligence,
else on
right
here.
now. These ongoing operations.
Bro,
they will
dishonest
probably
Dave
fail, and
here?
I think President Donald Trump has made himself very clear in the State of the Union address when he has thanked
Oh,
Pakistan
God.
for their efforts in the war against terrorism, for capturing wanted terrorists, and for the good fight that we're
Dishonest
fighting,
Dave.
not only for ourselves, but for the whole world.
got that one from
So
chat,
no other
okay? I'm
country
sorry.
has to its credit 90,000 lives. Politicians, military men, police, we've laid down 90,000 lives in this war on terror, and this war still continues. So I think India's allegations are ill-founded. They have no evidence. And when we offered an investigation into the matter, then India ran away from that investigation.
Oh,
and
of course. Of course.
Mr. Tarar, I mean, the world is waiting to hear and see how Pakistan responds and whether this situation escalates further. India says justice has been served. They accuse you of being behind the Pahalgam attack, and they say they have responded.
He's crashing out.
Do you believe now a line can be drawn in the sand?
I think India will now face Pakistan's very fierce response.
Oh, jeez.
Because we are never the aggressors. And regarding Pahalgam, as I said, the Indians are questioning their own government, that they have no evidence.
I gotta respect it, man.
They have no facts, and they ran away from the investigation, which Pakistan had offered.
Yeah.
And they attacked our civilians. They attacked our
Bro.
mosque today. They attacked 5 localities. Pakistan will now respond, and respond very, very effectively. Make no mistake, because our desire for peace should not be mistaken for our weakness. And what about India harboring terrorists, assassinating Sikhs in US, in Canada, in Australia?
What?
And when we captured their spy, Kulbhushan Yadav, we have numerous incidents where India is involved in targeting Pakistani localities, and they have been involved in terrorism, not only in Pakistan, but in many countries around the world. So I completely deny what you're saying.
Maybe he's right.
Minister, what do you expect from the international community? Do you expect President Trump to step in, intervene? Do you expect the UK government to try and de-escalate the situation?
You see, absolutely, people will be concerned about the situation, and countries around the world have expressed their concern. But our diplomatic efforts, we've presented our case to all friendly countries. Our Prime Minister had a telephonic conversation a few days back with Marco Rubio. He spoke to the Iranian president. He spoke to the Malaysian president. He spoke to the UN Secretary General. He met the ambassadors of United Kingdom. He met the ambassador of Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Turkey, China. We presented our case before the world. And we had already told the world that India will attack. I had said that in my press conference, and that is exactly what has happened, because India is the aggressor.
Well, because they got attacked, right? From that terrorist attack?
India says it's altogether hit 9 targets. They've said that they were focused, they were measured. They've described this as hitting terrorist infrastructure. You say it is not terrorist infrastructure.
Of course.
And you will give access to international media as well as local media to be able to access those sites. I know you said you were going to take them there tomorrow, but in the past, when we have seen these sorts of strikes, the Pakistanis have shied away from giving access.
You see, when I took foreign and local journalists to a village near the LOC, and tomorrow morning, I was planning to take them to Bahawalpur, to Muridke, to show the exact place where these strikes have occurred, to show them that local population is living there. Our women, children, our civilians are living there. But I think we totally deny India's allegations regarding terrorists. We have complete evidence that women and children have been targeted. There are civilian casualties in this, and we will bring this evidence to the foreign media, to the local media, because there were no terrorist camps at all. And I can vouch for that, and I completely deny these allegations. There are no terrorist camps, no terrorists were being harbored. These were civilian populations.
Except for Osama bin Laden.
Locals living there, and their accommodations have been targeted, which is very, very unfortunate. We are responding to that. Thank you very much.
In 2019, Pakistan shot an Indian plane and a military jet, and they captured an Air Force pilot. They returned the Air Force pilot, and that de-escalated the situation.
Yeah.
This time round, India has launched the airstrikes not in Pakistani airspace. How do you think the situation might de-escalate now in this situation?
I think it's an ongoing situation where they've attacked and we are responding. Let's see how it turns out. Thank you for your time. I'm grateful that you took my voice. Very kind.
Thank you very much, Minister. We're grateful that you've joined us.
Yeah, he about to get his
Thank you.
He about to get chewed the fuck
Julian,
out.
Yep. Damn. Well, it is what it is, and World War III is almost upon us because of you. and you specifically